formation. Frankly, it's tiring to look out at combat formations, or really any formation, and see fat troops. Likewise, it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon and leading commands around the country and the world. It's a bad look. It is bad, and it's not who we are. So whether you're an airborne ranger or a chairborne ranger, a brand new private or a 4-star general, you need to meet the height and weight standards and pass your PT test. And as the chairman said, yes, there is no PT test. But today, at my direction, every member of the Joint Force at every rank is required to take a PT test twice a year, as well as meet height and weight requirements twice a year, every year of service. Also today, at my direction, every warrior across our Joint Force is required to do PT every duty day. Should be common sense. I mean, most units do that already, but we're codifying it. And we're not talking like hot yoga and stretching. Real hard PT, either as a unit or as an individual. At every level, from the Joint Chiefs to everyone in this room to the youngest private, leaders set the standard. And so many of you do this already. Active, Guard, and Reserve. This also means grooming standards. No more beards, long hair, superficial individual expression. We're going to cut our hair, shave our beards, and adhere to standards. Because it's like the broken windows theory of policing. It's like when you let the small stuff go, the big stuff eventually goes. So you have to address the small stuff. This is on duty, in the field, and in the rear. If you want a beard, you can join Special Forces. If not, then shave. We don't have a military full of Nordic pagans. But unfortunately, we have had leaders who either refuse to call BS and enforce standards, or leaders who felt like they were not allowed to enforce standards. Both are unacceptable. And that's why today, at my direction, the era of unprofessional appearance is over. No more beardos. The era of rampant and ridiculous shaving profiles is done. Simply put, if you do not meet the male-level physical standards for combat positions, cannot pass a PT test, or don't want to shave and look professional, it's time for a new position or a new profession. Frankly, it's tiring.
So you gotta discipline yourself. I gotta eat this time frame. I gotta cut back.
Ecclesiastes 3, verse 1. But the point is in 8. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill, a time to heal, a time to break down, and a time to build up. A time to weep, and a time to laugh, and a time to mourn, and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get, and a time to lose, and a time to keep, and a time to cast away. A time to rend, and a time to sue, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak. A time to love, and a time to hate, and a time of war, and a time of peace. And that's the time that we living in right now. We living in a time of war. And we just now saw Esau Edom basically giving his top generals basically a pep talk on how they're supposed to dress and conduct themselves, man. Because they know that China and Russia, North Korea, Iran, they don't have a grooming issue or conditioning issue. It's only here in America. The scriptures talk about the soldiers are foreborn to fight. The military here is weak now. It's not like it was in the early 1900s. All this GMO babies in the army right now, in the military right now, most of them can't pass a PT test. So, Esau Edom is basically telling his generals to get his men in order, because war is coming, man. And nobody has wielded the sword with more precision and blood than Esau Edom, man. Revelation 6, verse 4.
Destroyed. Jeremiah 28:8, sucker.
It says, Revelation 6, verse 4. And then without another horse. Horse symbolizes power. That was red. Red symbolizes Esau, Edom. Scripture says he came out red all over like a hairy garment. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given him a great sword. Like I said before, nobody has wielded the sword with more precision than Esau, Edom, man. He's ready to get busy. You see, he's ready to get busy. And who his target is you tribes, man. You see, when you read, let me get it real quick. Ezekiel 21, verse 9. I'm gonna start at 8. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy, and say, Thus said the Lord, say, a sword is sharpened, and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree. You see? What that word contempt mean? Contempt mean hate. What that word the rod mean? Tribe. It hate. Esau Edom hates you tribes, man, because Esau Edom is a sword himself, man. You see? It says, and he had given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. You see? So Esau Edom is riling up the troops to basically use that sword on you tribes, man. He started off with the Northern Kingdom, with the immigration policy, basically rounding up, going from door to door, rounding up, the Northern Kingdom, man. And then after that, he put the troops inside of D.C. And now they're in Chicago, doing what? Going for the Southern Kingdom now. You see, so it's a time for war, man. And if you a spiritual man, we know that the Lord didn't give, Israel a sword. The Lord gave Israel the scriptures, man. You see, the scriptures talk about the 5 wise versions and the 5 foolish versions. Which one are you? The scriptures also talk about, let me get this real quick. Sirach. It says, Sirach 5, verse 7, make no tarrying and turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perish in the day of vengeance, man. So don't make no tarrying and turn to the Lord, man. And we got to store up that oil now. Because Esau Edom is getting his troops ready, to exercise that sword on you tribes, man. So if you want to be spared in that day, man, you gotta turn back from your wicked ways, man, and call on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, man. That's the only way we gonna be helped here, man. Because we behind enemy lines, man. We don't have a standing military. We don't have manufacturing companies. We don't have any land. But what we do have is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, man. And he said he gonna protect his elect, man. Let me get that. When the enemy coming like a flood, standard. I think it's Isaiah 59. Yeah, Isaiah 59. It says, Isaiah 59, verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, who is that enemy? Esau Edom, man. Pursuant to Psalms, the 83rd chapter, it talks about who Israel's enemies are. And the number one enemy at the top of the list was Esau Edom, man. It says, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. So some of us gonna get that power like Samson had. The scriptures talk about the Spirit of the Lord rested on Samson, and he picked up a jawbone of ass and slew 1,000 men. And after he got finished slaying 1,000 men, he cried to the Lord for help, and the Lord made water come from that jawbone of Ass and basically rehydrated him. So we're going to witness some men get that power when Esau Edom coming like a flood to basically take flight or to fight, man. But if you're not leaning on the Lord now and practicing and rememorizing these scriptures and walking in the marriage of peace, Yahweh Shem Yahushua now, when the enemy coming like a flood, you're not gonna have nothing to nobody to call on, man. You see? Because Jacob's trouble is right around the corner, man. It's here. We're at the doorsteps of Jacob's trouble, man. And we've been going out there in the highways and the byways making hundreds of videos, basically speaking about a time that like never before, man. So we should be getting right, man, in the spirit, man. If you ain't getting right in the spirit, ain't no hope for you, man. So I pray, I hope this lesson was edifying. Till next time, Shalom.